Simon Thomas, Managing Director of Ridgefield Consulting.
Helen Thomas, CEO of Blonde Money. Hello again. Here we
Round
are.
4, possibly, but only 24, well, more than 24.
Well, we're in the home straight.
In the home
straight for the election. It's been going on a long time, hasn't it?
I know, and we promised that we'd be at Leander, so we're not at the rowing.
No, well, good like this weather.
Well, I know, well, I suppose we can pick and choose which day we go.
Yes, exactly,
today.
we can. So, we just thought, given, as we are in this home straight, have a quick look at your constituency.
What's around here, yeah,
What's
and
going on?
what we think is going to happen.
Because you may or may not be aware that Oxfordshire's getting a new constituency. The whole county used to have 6, now it's got 7. So anyone watching this who's in Bicester and Woodstock, which includes a little bit of Kidlington, a bit of Northley, you're all in the new constituency.
Good football team.
So the actually, and what's relevant about that constituency is the candidates for the Conservatives and the Liberal Democrats are both considered to be possible future leaders of those parties.
Are they?
Yeah. So it's an important vote, not just for your area, but maybe for the direction of the party. Because actually, this Oxfordshire's we've often had big names.
Yeah, Whitney with DC.
Was David Cameron back in the day?
I wanted to say something about a pig, but carry on.
No, don't say it. Then the other one. Let's move on to the other Joker, which was Henley back in the day.
Yeah,
Boris.
Yeah. Although hasn't just explain this to me. 'Cause Dad brought it. Has Ed Davey not just done a bungee jump or something?
Yeah, actually that's quite interesting. So that's what you know about the Lib Dems campaign.
All I know about the Lib Dems campaign is that someone did a bungee jump. But then I automatically think about Boris hanging off the crane.
Oh.
And thinking, nah, only certain people can pull this off, can't they?
Yeah, but you've just noticed it, haven't you? Or Dad noticed it. I don't know if that makes him want to vote. Did it make him want to vote for them?
I don't know. No, it put him off.
Oh.
No, massively put him off.
Well, that's quite interesting, actually.
Massively.
Yeah. So it's quite interesting about. I've heard that from some people.
Yeah.
That there's serious things happening in the country, and they want to know what the Liberal Democrat policies are.
Yeah.
The one Liberal Democrat policy I know is they don't want to put VAT on private schools. Amazingly.
Oh, right, okay. I thought you were going to say something about marijuana, but that was.
Is that what you associate with the Liberal Democrats?
That was a number of years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Wasn't it clever, wasn't it?
Well, I mean, this is the thing. What does anyone remember about the Lib Dems?
Yeah.
They remember the tuition fee.
Oh yes, of course.
Broken promise.
Yeah. Broken promise.
So that might be why Ed Davey wants you to think about him bungee jumping and not making promises that he won't commit to. Not that they stand any chance of actually being in government, although they might, according to some of their latest estimates, they could be the opposition, the Liberal Democrats, the official opposition.
Although I was in Dad's car the other day and they had Radio 4 on, and I don't know what it was talking about, but it was making some comparison. Coldplay, Chris, he did something at Glastonbury.
Yeah, he did.
But
What about?
I think it was the thing to do with just talking about how everyone was together or something. And sorry, it's a really bad example, but they were just saying how politicians. I can't remember what it was he said, but they were saying politicians could never say that.
I see.
The trust factor and.
Right.
I really wish I could remember what it was.
Well, there you go. It's we're also sick of politics. I bet everyone just wants this result out of the way and football.
The football. Oh my god, the football.
I know. Are you excited about that?
I think most people. I got to the point where I was so. How many more beers? How much more misery? I think everyone was just ready to go out, so Southgate or Sidegate would get fired. And of course, Jude does a wonder goal. 2 minutes.
Amazingly well executed that though.
It was, wasn't it? But first shot on target in 95 minutes.
I know.
And then Hazard,
yeah.
comes on and does what he does
but
in the knockout stages of all competitions.
But don't you think their defence was massively sleeping? He was a completely free header that. Yeah. 2 guys in the goal.
I guess they were
on
tired,
the post.
weren't they?
They weren't on it because we'd gone in. We'd gone into the extra time. But it was
so
not lucky.
We'll then have to get humiliated on Saturday, no doubt. But,
oh well, there you go. There's the prediction that we're going to end with. We're not going to make any predictions.
No.
about
To be honest, now I do actually think now that it will push on and we'll actually start performing.
Oh, I see. England doing better when it gets to the real matches. Anyway, back to the politics for a second, which is.
So we've had Glastonbury, Coldplay, football, politics.
Yeah. Well, just to say, with the Oxfordshire constituencies, there could be some pretty significant results when you look at someone like Henley and Tame, which is the new name for Henley, but it's been like Conservative forever. But the Lib Dems think they're in with a chance there. That'd be pretty amazing, wouldn't it? That'd be pretty big deal, and Whitney would be a massive deal if anything happened there. And Banbury. All have been pretty solid, long-term Conservative seats. So.
Well, you've done a bit. Should you say? Been out doing any amount of
Well, our team, actually, all of us have been knocking on doors of various different parties because we don't have a political opinion. There's no point. We're just trying to figure out what's going to happen. And I would say that a lot of people are just fed up, but they're, as they say, there's no enthusiasm for Keir Starmer. They're pretty fed up with government, but they're not over the moon about the alternatives.
But I think there's quite a difference. I think there's a difference here. There certainly is, actually, from our marketing client base. We've talked about this before. We're going to a slightly different area in terms of Oxford compared to Henley.
Oh yeah, quite different places.
And it's very, very diverse here, and
it's a transient population, young.
I mentioned anything about reform or something like that, and you get labelled a certain type of character. But over in Henley, I'll be honest. I've only talked to a few people, and I think they still think that it's a Conservative stronghold. That's what it feels. When I talk to some of the clients over there, they're like sort of. I mean, I think they actually think they're still going to win. Yeah,
exactly. And it is the fact we're even talking about it. It should be no brainer. It should just be obviously going to still be a Conservative seat. But the fact that photo bomb happened of Rishi Sunak by a Liberal Democrat boat in the river in Henley, and you see how important the river is to Henley.
Yes.
Quite amazing they even got on the river, let alone got their flags up and managed to go by the Prime Minister.
I didn't say this last time, but it made me think of Alan Partridge. You know when the farmers just throw the cow on his barge.
Man. There's so many Alan Partridge moments.
While he's eating a Kit Kat. Yeah.
Every time I have a breakfast in Premier Inn, I think about Alan Partridge and the Travel Tavern. Anyway, there you go.
So I think that the other thing I wanted to say we did is here again in things that might sway people at the last hour is because I think that was it the LTNs or things are happening in Oxford, like the low traffic neighbourhoods, and the Botley Road, as we know, has been shut forever. Is there an archaeological dig down there? Is it all urban myth or whatever?
What are they actually doing?
Is it ever going to finish? The channel we call it the channel now. It's the point of return, where you've had 3 or 4 beers along the Botley Road, and you go through the channel, and you're going to have a big night. But it's actually veered over to the other side of the road.
I noticed that now. It's bizarre, and they've tarmacked it.
And they've tarmacked it.
Oh, you know what annoys me is people cycle down it. I'm trying to walk up it. Anyway, this is very niche local.
So anyway, but oddly,
the
Conservative leaflet that's came on the doorstep. It's all pillared the traffic.
Yeah.
It's such a big issue in Oxford.
Well, it is a massive issue in Oxford.
The other day I was coming in from Pear Tree and everything, and it was so. How much have they done there? Oxford North.
Yeah. I mean, you are starting to sound Alan Partridge now.
And there's a bus lane there, and there's nobody in it. There's no buses in it.
Let's not talk about this. We could spend a whole hour talking about traffic problems in Oxford and how to solve them, I might add.
Okay.
But there's no doubt that sort of thing is what people get fed up with it.
They do.
On a very basic level, you might have spotted this as well. It's quite hard to get staff sometimes because people don't want to do the commute. Because what's the point of commuting for an hour on a 6-mile journey? It's a nightmare. I mean, we are very happy for people to work from home, as is the case for everybody. But it's just it does affect economic growth in the end.
Yeah. I think some
people maybe don't want to move here.
Well, yeah. I mean, East Oxford to get round here.
Don't bother.
You would get quicker to Swindon.
Yeah, absolutely.
Along the A420, so it's.
And there's the political divide because Oxford East has been Labour for a very long time, and as I say, Annalise Dodds, who's was Shadow Chancellor before Rachel Reeves. She was actually Keir Starmer's first choice for it. That's her seat. So there's a lot of big names, big results. We will be watching them live from this room on the night, and we'll let you know what we make of it all in the aftermath.
That was going to be a short one.
Yeah, it was supposed to be a short.
Right, you know the usual channels, but
contact us if you've got any further questions.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.